Today's video, we're going to be checking out the Diamond Select Spider-Man Homecoming. This is the Gallery PVC diorama statue. This 9-inch scale PVC diorama of Spider-Man is based on his appearance in the film Spider-Man Homecoming and features a detailed sculpt with exacting paint applications. It was sculpted by Gentle Giant Studios. So let's get some close-up looks at this glorious PVC statue. One of the things I really like about it is the way that it's attaching itself. First of all, you've got Spider-Man, of course, attached to the side of a building wall. But I like that the building wall is attached to this Spider-Man symbol stand. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a Spider-Man Homecoming stand, but it is a Spider-Man Emblem stand nonetheless. And I keep going like this with my hand because it's got a translucent plastic. In fact, you can see the entire bottom has been attached with this translucent plastic. There's even like a little Spider-Man logo on the bottom there, which is a nice touch. And I don't know if you can see it, but that also shines through. I suppose theoretically, if you've got yourself like a diorama base, like a detail, for example, a glass shelf, you could find the means to shine a light through that. I think that'd be pretty cool because you'd be able to see a better detailing look here of the Spider-Man symbol through the plastic here. Actually, I couldn't resist, so I've gone ahead and cut the lights, and I've just got my little light here on my camera, on my phone, so you guys can hopefully see how illuminated that looks. Not only do you see the spider emblem, like I said, through the glass here, or through the plastic, but it also resonates a nice red over top of the statue itself. One thing I like about Diamond Select PVC statues too is that they get really creative with the way that they display their Spider-Mans. One of my favorite all-time Spider-Mans from Diamond Select is the one where Spider-Man's kind of standing on top of the very tip portion of a building, and he's just kind of standing there. I did actually a review of that one, and we'll be doing a review of the symbiote costume Spider-Man in an upcoming video. But it gets creative, and that's one thing I like about that. The company thinks outside the box when it comes to display. Sure, you could have just simply had Spider-Man standing, but how much cooler is it where you've actually got him attached to the side of the wall facing here? And I think they really did a bang-up job here. Not only is the brick facing in which Spider-Man is standing, or I guess attaching himself to the side of, really executed well, between the grays and the lighter grays on the individual bricks, that they don't look like they're the exact same brick from the bottom all the way to the top. There are some mild differences between them, both in paint and in their sculpt. But then on top of that, you've got Spider-Man on the side of that, which I would probably try to find the means myself to put this somewhere on a corner. So like, say for example, I've got a shelf, like even a floating shelf. I'd probably want to try to put this guy on the very end of it, almost to the point where you coming into the room, if it's on the corner, you'd literally be greeted by the wall crawler here on the side of the wall facing. I think that would look really, really nicely done there. As for the sculpt of Spider-Man, I think it's equally done well. Maybe the paint on the webbing could have been just one slightly shade lighter. It does seem like it gets awfully dark here, but not necessarily in a dark way. I'm just kind of comparing it more so to how it appears in the movie. It doesn't seem like it's as dark of webbing. The basketball sort of printing that they have on the blue costume is also here, featured also in the statue itself. Paint generally is pretty clean all around, actually. I have one little area right there, right at the top there, where unfortunately a little bit of blue paint has, I don't know, just inadvertently ended up being there. It's not going to be across the board on all the statues, but I did notice that it's on my particular statue. Bit of a shame there. Again, paint, pretty clean, consistent. There are little areas here in which I guess the webbing had rubbed. Maybe during the printing you can see a little bit of the additional black that's kind of rubbed itself onto the red. Other than that, don't really see any other quality issues, at least with the paint application. Like the movie costume, he's also got the raised spider emblem on the back here. Nice choice of blues that they used as well as the reds. The reds have a very stark punch to them, as well as the dark band of black that runs along the top area, around the glove area, and of course down by his web shooters. Now, I had mentioned putting this on, say for example, a floating shelf, ideally on a corner, something where you could kind of walk around the figure and be able to see all the sides of Spider-Man. What they've also done too, if you spin the statue around, there's a little notch on the back where if you take, say for example, a thumbtack or a nail, you could attach it to a wall and you could hang Spider-Man off an actual wall. And making use of this, say for example you have this underneath or above a lamp light, the light would shine through and would shine on Spider-Man. Sounds good. I thought one thing that would be the problem with hanging this is, as good as it does look, you have also this base that very awkwardly then would stick out. Sure, it looks good when you're having it standing, but let's say if you want to have it hanging from a wall, you maybe don't want that extra little lip of a stand. Diamond Select thought of that. So what you can do is you can take the stand completely off, just like that. And there's this kind of hockey stick shape here that shapes itself right into the notch here of the stand. So you can take the stand right off. So now all of a sudden, let's say you want to hang this from the wall, you can do that and you don't have the additional lip sticking out from the bottom. So I love the fact that Diamond Select did think of that. If, say for example, you did want to hang this from a wall, which now opens up other possibilities, not only just hanging it or sitting it on top of a shelf, but now you have the option of also hanging this on the wall. The Diamond Select Spider-Man Homecoming Gallery PVC diorama statue is one of my new favorite pieces from this company. I think they really captured exactly what one would want from displaying the wall crawler. The fact of being able to have him hanging off the side of a wall is a perfect fit for Spider-Man, as opposed to just having him simply standing. Who would want a standing Spider-Man when you can actually have him hanging off of a wall like this? The added bonus is the fact that not only can you display this just as a statue, standing on its own display base, but you can also take the base bottom off and hang it from a wall. Again, they really did think of everything in this case. Paint, for the most part, is generally pretty clean. I did have a couple little areas that are a little on the smudgy side, but that's to be expected when it comes to webs on Spider-Man. Sometimes they're not 100% perfect. But I really do like this piece considerably. I love it especially more now that I can either put it onto a floating shelf, which initially I was thinking about, but the fact that it does have that peg hole on the back of the actual wall makes me think more and more that I'm probably going to be displaying this guy hanging off of my actual wall in my basement. He's such a great looking piece. I would highly recommend picking him up if you are a fan of the Spider-Man Homecoming suit. By the way, if you are interested in picking this up for yourself, you can currently find it in comic book stores, as this Gallery PVC statue has now been released. Today, once again, we're having a look at the Diamond Select Spider-Man Homecoming Gallery Spider-Man PVC diorama statue, which will probably make for a considerably long title. I'll see how much of it I can actually fit in. If you guys haven't had a chance to hit that little subscribe button down below, make sure you do so. Many more videos and statue reviews will be coming your way. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.